Hi Scorpio, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-August 2023 love reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is a look at the past, present, and future energies between you and the main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards for some additional insight. That's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And please keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have Power. So this is the equivalent of the Emperor in traditional tarot, which is an Aries energy. And this could just be saying that you saw a lot of potential for this connection to go to distance. You might have viewed this person as an equal in some ways. But given that Aries energy for you guys is 6th house, you might have actually met this person in the workplace. Alright, past energy on their side, we have Justice. So here, this is Libra energy, so interesting we see the opposites there, Aries versus Libra. But what I also see with this, though, it could just be saying that for some of you, especially if you were in the same workplace, let's say, right, they might have been someone who wanted to follow the rules very strictly, right? So if your workplace had some policies against being in relationships in the same workplace, then they might have resisted being in a connection with you, for example. That's one way I could see it playing out. But even if that's not the case, I feel like this is saying that they might have just been far more resistant to the connection at the time. I just feel like, in general, they might have been more resistant to a love relationship, so it might not have been anything personal toward you, but it looks like in the past they weren't necessarily focusing on that area of life. Alright, present energy on your side, we have the King of Arrows. So this is Aquarius energy here. And to me, this says that you're probably still holding on to the feelings for this person, right? We see they're holding flowers there, the arrow representing communication, but we see the back turned, right? So to me, this says in the present, you might still find yourself having feelings for this person, but maybe because they seem to brush off the idea of the two of you being in a connection in the past, now they might, now you just might not feel comfortable speaking with this person at this time. Alright, present energy on their side, we have Judgment. So if we look at the artwork here, right, I mean, it looks like they're even blowing that horn in the direction of the cards on your side. So it could just be one of those things where now maybe some dynamic has changed to where they actually have reconsidered and now they would like to pursue the connection with you. So, of course, we have Venus retrograde right now. Mercury retrograde is coming up soon too. So maybe those energies have had them reevaluate the situation and now they have more of an openness to pursuing the connection with you. All right, and future energy on their side, we have Balance. So this is actually the major arcana card for Sagittarius. So on the one hand, this could just be saying that you might feel like they're a good balance for you, right? So even if you might feel like you have drastically different approaches to things, you might actually kind of like the balance that you bring to each other within the connection. But for some of you, this could even point to a timeline as well, saying that, this might take a while for the two of you to work this energy out, but as we get closer to the end of the year, you might actually find like you're on much better footing between the two of you. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Eight of Cups. So this is a Pisces energy here, and usually it points to seeking more fulfillment, but here I almost get more of a energy of traditional dynamics again, because this almost reminds me of like people Christmas caroling, so it could just be one of those things where they're possibly just very traditional, right? They very much play things by the rules, right? And if that's not necessarily your energy, then that could be where the contrast is coming from. But and for some of you, it could even be possible that maybe what was going on was they might have been getting out of a prior connection in the past as well, and that might have been why they were resistant to. So even if, let's say, they were completely separated from the person, if they didn't legally separate from the person, then that might have been where there was some resistance on their part. Things along those lines there, but I feel like this is just saying that this is a person that definitely likes to play things by the books, which isn't a bad thing necessarily, obviously, but it just seems like that's how they're coming across. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Prince of Cups. So yeah, this is a Pisces energy here, and this is the equivalent of the Knight of Cups. So to me, it represents that you do have that openness. You do want to express your feelings for this person, right? Where, like I said, in the present, it looks like there could be some resistance to that. It looks like overall the feelings is still there. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, they have temperance as well. So yeah, just like you had, well, it's called balance in that deck, but same exact energy that you have in the near future energy, they have at the bottom of the deck too. So yeah, for sure, to me, this looks like you guys could definitely come to a certain balance around the situation. Quite frankly, you could even just be saying that maybe the two of you would just have to meet for drinks or something like that and just get past whatever obstacles were in the way. But yeah, like I said, it just seems like this person seems to play things by the rules very strictly, and that could have been causing an issue in the past with the connection. Like I said, for a lot of you, maybe because you were in the same work environment, and that's something that was against the rules. So it doesn't have to be anything major, but that could have been what it was. All right. Moving on to your oracle cards. First, we'll see what we get from the messages of love oracle cards deck here. Just looking for a single card from this deck. Alright, so nothing's coming up, so what I'll do is I'll just put the deck down for a few seconds and just let me tune in, and then we'll just pull a card. Alright, we'll take this card here, move this out of the way, and next we'll pull a card from the Wisdom Oracle deck. Same situation, just a single card here, and then we'll read both messages together and wrap the reading up with that. Alright, and that will go back in the deck. So let's see. From the Messages of Love Oracle deck, we have rejection. It says, this rejection is actually divine protection. So, interesting message there, right? Because, like I said, it looks like in the past they might have just really been focusing on another area of life. Like I said, it could have been just one of those things. Well, I already mentioned it a few different times, but it just seems like there was something that led to them being resistant to the connection. Whereas in the present, it looks like there's a drastically different energy coming from them to where they're a lot more open to it. So it could just be saying that for some of you, it might have just been a timing thing, right? And maybe this did avoid bigger issues down the line by them being resistant in the past. Let's see what the Wisdom Oracle has to mix. All right, we have a change in the wind. There's the artwork, and the number is 12. All right, so let's see what this has to say. All right, the relationship message says, relationships go through periods where partners seem out of sync with each other, and stormy emotions and moods threaten to take down the ship. Perhaps someone has a change of heart and leaves. These rough seas offer opportunities for mutual growth, a way for you to understand your own heart better, and to know what you need to truly be happy. Rest assured that whatever is happening now, good will come from it. Take temporary shelter and remove yourself from drama. The air will clear and everything will be fresh and new again. This too shall pass. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there, because like I said, for some of you, it looks like this might actually be moving in the right direction in the present. So some of you might have already experienced that feeling of someone walking away, right? And I was saying with the future energies as well that this is giving me an energy of like Sagittarius season, which is close to the end of the year, including that card looking like Christmas carolers, right? So for some, you could just be one of those things where there might still be some ups and downs to ride out through the situation, but it looks like as we get closer to the end of the year, at the very least, you guys will be on the same page. So hopefully that resonated for you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see y'all next month. All right, bye.